Hey friends, so surely you have heard the phrase, there is no truth in advertising. And as someone who works in that business, I will say that that's not necessarily wrong. Sometimes there really isn't. Unfortunately, I think it's somewhat true when it comes to people at times too. There are a lot of people out here pretending to be something they are not, purporting to be this or that so that they look good on paper or can fool you enough into getting whatever it is they want from you, whether it be something tangible or something intangible like your trust or to sustain a relationship with you of some kind. This isn't always done intentionally, by the way. There are some folks who really do want to be those things they pretend to be, but being authentic is not always easy, and it requires being open and vulnerable, and they may not want to do that because it's too hard or too real, or they simply don't want to change. So they abandon those lofty ambitions and just settle into being the person who complains that nothing ever works out for them or what have you. And look, I get it. It's much easier to resort to old patterns and behaviors even when they don't serve you. But when people put on a face that is not their real face, you can usually figure it out quick. And what ends up happening is that any goodwill you might have between you and that person ends up getting quashed because you expected them to be as advertised, and they're not. Now, when you are cynical by nature, this isn't really surprising to you. You expect people to let you down and be just like the others. But when you are trying not to be that way, you end up hurt and disappointed. We've discussed expectations on this platform plenty, so you already know what I have to say about that. But there are some people you have in your life that don't do any of this. They are accountable for their actions. They are actually patient and kind instead of just pretending to be for show. They are self-aware and don't have a problem admitting when they're wrong, and they apologize. They hold themselves accountable. They are generous without agenda or wanting anything in return for that generosity. In short, they really are who they say they are. They are as advertised. And honestly, what could possibly be better than that? Nothing. Not a damn thing. It's incredibly refreshing. As the message says, authenticity is sexy, and so is accountability, and patience, and kindness, and self-awareness, and generosity. All very sexy things. In fact, I can't think of anyone sexier than someone who embraces these qualities and shares them with others. Smoking. No matter what they look like on the outside. Those are the people you want around you, the real ones, the sexy ones. The older you get, the more you realize how important it is to have good people like this in your life. And when you do, hang on to them. Unfortunately, there aren't many of them left. Protect those relationships and be sexy right back. Chewy? Chewy's being a brat again, and she is going to withhold comment at this time. Anyway, that's all I've got for you this week. I will be back next week with another priority message. Chewy? Again, cat talent is hard to work with. Anyway, I will see you again next time. Until then, take good care of yourselves. Bye.